Hello and happy holidays. It has been a minute, so I thought I'd hop on quickly to kind of do a get ready with me. I just hit my 2-year mark, and I wanted to chit chat and kind of let you know what's been going on in my world, what's been going on with my locks. Let me adjust this camera. Just to update you on some things really quickly. As you can see, I have a braid out I've been rocking the past couple of days. It is Christmas break in our household, so I've been home and really don't care. So I retied my hair over the weekend. Takes me roughly 2 days. I do the front half of my head one day, and then the next day I do the top part. So once I was done, I put it in these plaits and sprayed it and put it in the plaits in cornrows because I wanted a cute braid out for the holiday. Really quickly, I'm going to kind of spray my scalp with this Tiny Locks Nourishing Mist. This video is not sponsored, but I love her products. She's based out of Virginia. I will link her in the comments below. I spray these hydration mist on my hair, and she has another mist. I bought it as a set, a 3-piece set with an oil and 2 mist. One is a little more heavy on the oil. This is, I think, water-based. The main ingredient is water, so I do like to use it. So I'm just going to spray my scalp and not my face. I love the way this smells. If you are new to the lock journey, consult your loctician before putting any oils on your head. Because I have been rocking this braid out for the past couple of days. I know that my hair may be a tad bit dry. My scalp doesn't usually itch unless it's time for me to wash it. Some of the braids I did put rubber bands on. My hair is very thick. So some people can do chunky braids and be okay. I cannot. My hair does not tend to do braid outs well with chunky braids. So as I take this down, because I'm taking the kiddos out with my sister-in-law to the movies. So, let's see. Okay. So I just hit 2 years. I'm super excited. Not much has really changed. My hair in the 2 years since I've had my locks, my hair has grown so much. If you've been watching my journey, you know I started out my locks with the tapered cut. I had roughly 3 inches on the sides and the back, and then about 5 to 6 in the crown of my head. Uh-oh, I lost a rubber band. My installation took 15 hours one day. She was really fast. December 21st is my lock day. And from what I was reading about, I'm a Capricorn, so my birthday's in January. My babies were born, they're Capricorns too. I didn't realize that till the other day when I was checking, like when the beginning of Capricorn season started. So yeah. Took her 15 hours one day. I went early in the morning and was blessed that she was done at roughly 10 o'clock at night. So I was super happy about that. Had them 2 years. Love, love, love them. Like, you know, I don't know what the future holds. I don't have any plans of taking them out. We'll see how they mature. They've grown a lot. A whole lot. And it's amazing how when we don't manipulate our hair or just let it be, that it just flourishes. That's just amazing to me. But I guess that's with anything. Let it do what it's gonna do. And it has really grown. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the back. It's grown a lot. I am still braiding and banding. I have my rebellious moments where I'm like, I don't feel like it. But then I can see some bunching in some of the locks that aren't quite locked. I have some locks that are locked, and then I have some locks that are still very curly. I do notice when I don't braid and band, the ends of my hair get kind of fluffy, and I don't really like that look because I think of the way my hair was initially cut. It kind of makes me feel like I have a mushroom haircut, and I don't like it. So I tend to have no problem braiding and banding. When it comes to washing my hair, I am still, I was using the Sister Locks Tea Tree shampoo. So a year ago, I took the retightening class. And in that class, she gave us some full size bottles of the starter shampoo, tea tree, and the moisturizing treatment. Hadn't really used that at all. Kind of wanted to wait, but I've used it once and I diluted it with water. So I've been using the tea tree shampoo for the past couple of months. And what I do is I put a little bit, I have a empty bottle, and I put a little bit of the tea tree shampoo in a bottle, and then I put a little bit of some Suave clarifying shampoo in there and kind of dilute it a little bit because the tea tree is a lot thicker than the starter shampoo. The starter shampoo, I know some people dilute it. My loctician told me I didn't need to dilute it because it's already kind of water-based as it is. So I don't tend to dilute the starter shampoo when I was using it. I didn't dilute it at all. I just bought like a nozzle to go on the top of it to make it easier to get under my braids. So that's what I did there. And then I've been using tea tree, and I love the tea tree. I love the tingle. I've purchased a few products from other entrepreneurs who make products for locks. Notorious Locks. I just recently purchased her shampoo. And I like it. It's a tea tree based. It's very cleansing to your scalp. I haven't had any problems with residue with it. So I like her a lot, and she's based in Georgia. But I go back and forth between the Sister Locks green tea and hers right now. Don't condition my hair. Don't really oil it. If I oil it, I'm oiling my scalp only, but that's only when I am sitting under the dryer. Because it is now fall, winter, I don't like to walk around with a wet head. I'm afraid of being sick, old school like that. So I will sit under the hooded dryer. I attach it to my hand blow dryer, and I'll sit under there with my plaits and let it dry. So I will oil my scalp after because I feel like the heat dries my scalp out, and then my scalp can get a little itchy or flaky from that. So I will oil my scalp, like I said, with the Tiny Locks, and it's by Sweet Candy Sweets Beauty. Let me get it right. Candy Sweets Beauty. And again, she is based out of Norfolk, Virginia. And I bought these products a while ago, but I like them. I love the way they smell, and supporting another Black-owned business. Hey. As far as reties, I initially was going to my original loctician, but she moved. So then I started going, found another wonderful loctician that I absolutely love, and started going to her. But, you know, businesses adjust their hours and times. So I did have to, you know, take that into consideration because she went to doing hair Monday through Friday, and I don't live close. It takes me a nice little drive. If you're in the Atlanta metro area, you know, anywhere you go, you can drive 45 minutes to an hour. So it takes me about an hour. And so I'm having to go after work. So I call myself, as they say, being fast, trying to check out a new loctician close to me. Went to see her. Her work was very neat. My concern was the tool. And your loctician may not use the Sister Lock tool that they're required or recommended. I'm not gonna say required, that they recommend that they use. And this one didn't. And it concerned me because I felt like the interlocking was going to be stretched. And then I also noticed that I had a lot of marrying of individual hairs that I don't typically get, especially not after a retie. And it could be because of the tool she used. I'm not going to name her. I'm not going to name her tool that she used, but I'll name the tool. It was a crochet. And people may say, oh, my loctician uses a crochet, but I went back to the young lady I was seeing because I really trust her. And I asked her because, you know, I value her opinion. I was like, hey, saw somebody new. This is what she used. Should I be concerned? And she was like, yeah, we weren't trained to use that. So you might want to be careful. And then also, the new lady never asked what rotation I was using or what rotation the previous loctician was using. And it didn't dawn on me till after the fact, like, you know, to tell her, hey, my previous loctician was using a 4-pro rotation, you know, and then, you know, so that was kind of alarming or a concern. So I didn't want to risk having an issue with my locks. So I had 2 other appointments and I canceled them. And I'm just going to go back to the lady that I trust because you know, every person is different. Some people say, well, I don't care as long as my hair gets done, you know, to each his own, you know. But for me, I want to make sure my hair is not damaged. I don't want to jeopardize my investment because it is an investment. Sister locks aren't cheap, you know. So when you are having, not to say issues, or when you are considering looking into another loctician, just be mindful, you know, ask questions, write down questions. You know, they'll ask you questions, especially if you're a transfer client. They want to see your hair, but keep in mind that, you know, the person that normally maintains your hair, if you go to somebody new and they mess it up and you try to go back to your original loctician, then they have to go back and fix what somebody else has done or messed up. So, you know, if that is the case, I, again, had no issues at all, but I was like, okay, is this okay? And she was very honest with me and was like, yeah, you just want to be careful. And so I don't want to take any chances. So I just took it upon myself just to say, you know what, the lady was good, but maybe she's not for me. And then also, you want to vibe with the person who's doing your hair. They're in your head. And so the relationship that you build with your loctician is, to me, important. And again, some people may say, girl, just do my hair and be gone. I'm paying you and I want to be on my merry little way. I like to build relationships. So, yeah, that's important to me. So I'm just going to have to make the journey, pack some snacks, and gas up and just go see my normal loctician. So I go back to her at the end of January. I know I just mentioned that I took the Sister Locks class. So I have retied my hair 3 times since I've had my locks. I don't know where these rubber bands going. I've retied my hair 3 times. I typically try to plan to do it over long breaks where I can take my time if something comes up and I'm not pressed to do it. It is, it's very tedious, as you know. But it's, to me, it's something good to have under your belt in the event that something comes up and you can't get into your loctician, or if circumstances arise and your loctician is no longer doing, you know, hair. You want to be prepared. And right about now, a lot of people aren't taking transfer clients because there are locticians out here that are messing people's heads up. Another thing that kind of was kind of like a red flag was when I went to the new loctician for my retire and she made the comment, oh, you got some thin locks. Girl, I get happy and be in combined locks and not said nothing. No, 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 no. If you're in my head, if you feel like there's a need or there's a concern, you need to bring that up to your client. Don't take it upon yourself to interlock and combine locks without a person's permission. So that was another thing I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I know that I have some locks in some areas that are thin, but I don't want any combined unless I really, really, really see, but that's a conversation we need to have. That's not something for you to take upon yourself and combine locks. And then I look up and I got locks combined, but let's have a conversation because yes, I respect you as an expert, but at the same time, as your client, talk to me, because that may not be something I want. That's like, you go in when you're loose natural or relax or you get your hair pressed and you're like, oh, I just want my ends trimmed, and they full-fledged cut your hair. That's a huge difference. So, locticians out there, please don't do that. So I was like, wait, huh? Girl, I almost combined them. I just get, no. Yeah. So that was something I was like, Again, the whole vibe in the relationship that you build. And yes, this was my first time and she made this comment, and I'm not taking anything away from her but just be mindful that clients are paying you for the service at hand. Don't give them extra unless it's a discuss. So that they know, so that they can make an informed decision about what they want to do. All right. So, taking out these locks. I wasn't going to take out this braid out until Christmas. But Christmas Day, we're hosting breakfast. And I don't want to have to be up trying to cook and then trying to take down. I got time for that. So, I figured, y'all, your girl got some gray hairs. I got a couple in the front that I noticed in this last retie. I had two in particular, and I don't know where they came from, but they were completely out of the lock. I don't plan on dyeing my hair, but we'll see how this goes with these grays that are popping up. I am officially in the 40 club as of earlier this year. So I'll be turning 41 in January. And so I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm embracing it as they come, and we'll see how they fill in. All right, y'all ladies, I got this side to go. Y'all, my head has been low-key itching. But at the same time, I know yesterday I wore a little knit beanie on my head because I ran some errands and didn't want to be out here looking crazy with those, as I call them, Felicia Platts. So I know that cotton probably dried my hair out. Now, when I did the braid out, I tend to spray my hair if I feel like it needs some moisture. I tend to spray my hair with just regular water. And I do add orange essential oil, tea tree, and peppermint to it. So when I did my retie, I did spray each section I was working on, each row I was working on with a little bit of water to help it when it came to, me trying to retie. I didn't want to retie on dry hair. And so, yeah. So I sprayed it with that, and it was I could still feel the tingle even the next day from the tea tree and the peppermint, which I absolutely love. But I also was reading that orange essential oil does help the scalp as far as itching and moisture. So I love it. And I got a big bottle of the Now essential oil from Amazon. When I got it, I actually got 2 bottles and didn't realize it. And they're nice size bottles. So I've had them for probably almost a year, and I've not even used half of one bottle. But that's what I use to moisturize my hair. As far as styling, if you follow me on my Sister Locks Instagram page, I style my hair however the mood arises that day. They're sister locks. They're meant to be styled. Some people may feel like, well, they're locks, so they're meant to just leave them alone. I am one. When I started this journey, I knew that I liked to wear my hair in different styles, and that's one of the reasons I chose sister locks versus traditional locks. And I know people say, well, you can style traditional locks too. Well, for me, I think the smaller size was what I preferred, and having that, as a choice worked for me. And so I will style my locks in a heartbeat. I will come home from work and decide, oh, I want curls tomorrow, and curl them. So check out my Jewel of the South. I think it's Jewel_of_the_South on Instagram. I will style my locks in a heartbeat. And, that's one thing I like. I like the versatility. I was loose natural, not very long like some people. Some people say I was loose natural for 10 years. And nobody got time for that. I don't. That is not my ministry, to be trying to do twist outs all the time, detangle, and nobody got time for that. I am a busy mom, wife, and entrepreneur. So I knew that was not something I wanted to take on for years to come. I think 2 or 3 years at the most. So I knew this ain't gonna work. I just knew it. So, so I started looking into other options, talking to other people, researching. Do your research to figure out what would be best for me and my lifestyle and what I was looking for. And so sister locks were it. I want to thank you guys who have been following me for the past 2 years on this journey. Some of y'all are my lock crushes out there that I've watched. You've inspired me to start this channel and do my best to keep up with it. Almost done. To do my best to keep up with it. But, I encourage you, if you just started your lock journey, document it. Even if it's a 5-minute video, post it, because people want to see. That was one of my determining factors on whether I was going to get sister locks. I went out and I looked for YouTube videos specifically for tapered haircuts. And there are quite a few lock crushes out there, some that no longer have locks, that I followed because they had a similar cut. Because I wanted, I knew my hair wasn't going to look exactly like theirs, but I wanted to have an idea of what it could look like if I started this journey, if I went down this path. And yeah, granted, as the lady's hair matured, they are a lot, so don't get caught up in your hair looking specifically like someone else. Look at it just to get an idea, but your hair is going to lock and mature on its own. It's going to do its own thing when it wants to. And that's one of the beautiful things about having locks, because as your hair is going through this process and this transformation, you will too. Because in the beginning, you can tell me nothing. But to see where I am now and where my locks are now, yeah. It was like, girl, the thickness I have now versus when I started, y'all see that? I'm gonna have to get some water. All right, so I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. And I'll kind of give you, as you can see, this is my first time doing a retie and having a middle part. I don't typically have a middle part, but if the braid out will look like this, I can rock it. Y'all see that back there? That's because that bonnet and that cap I had on my head. get that water wet down. All right. So let's kind of do a length check. I'll pull one from the back. I didn't pull it too much. So that's where we are. I'll pull one from the front of my head. That's where we are. Here's the middle part. Yeah. Love it, y'all. I knew as soon as I stretched it, it was going to do that. Yeah. I have very bad hand and head syndrome. So I like to play with the ends of my hair. And eventually they will stretch longer, the pieces that I play with. And this tends to be my side. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to stop in with, you know, semi-short video just to update you about my hair. It's been 2 years. I'm loving it. Loving the journey. Loving the process. It has been a growing process for myself because I didn't realize how much for me I relied on my hair to make me feel beautiful. To, you know, it had to look a certain way, and if it didn't, or if I was having a bad day, it changed my entire mood. So having to watch myself go through this process, especially going from short hair to where I am now, I'm grateful that I took that leap and started with short hair, because I've had that experience of having short hair, and now I'm having the experience of having long hair, because this is the longest my hair has ever been in my life. To be touching or on my shoulders. Yeah, this is new for me. So this is a new experience. It's something I'm having to get used to because, again, I'm not used to it. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this next year. I'm excited for this journey. And who knows what's to come down the road. My goal is to be bra strap length. My grandmother asks me all the time, so when are you going to take them out? Grandma, they're not coming out. They're not coming out. They're there until I decide either I'm going to cut them or we're going to start all over. But I doubt it. I would probably cut them back short and then let them grow back. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. If you know anyone who just started their lock journey, please share our videos. Go back, check out some of my older videos. I have some videos up there where I style my hair, where I do some different things with my hair. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.